Hey everybody. All right. So back into it. Okay. Probably a little rusty after, some of you may know I took this past month off to spend with my father. So, but I'm jumping back in. It's the new year. And still feeling a little rough and all that, but I'm good. It's what it is. So, but yeah, I'm going to be moving back to Delaware probably at the end of this week. So, and still looking for an apartment, which if some of you have been following me for a while, knew I was doing back about a month and a half ago before this all went down with my dad. So it's like kind of starting over again. So, but I figured, it's New Year's Eve right now, and I thought it's a good time to, come back in and just kind of, I gotta get back into it and move on and do all those things. So we're gonna get started. What I'm gonna do is for each sign, just basically sort of, this isn't really like a predictive yearly type thing for the year. What it is more or less is looking at what needs to be addressed, like definitely needs to be addressed this year. So, it could, if it, and, I want to preface too that, if a particular sign pulls a negative card, that does not indicate that this will be a negative year. That's not what this is about. It's just that it's perhaps, if it's a negative card, it just may be something that, it's not like we're going to go through the whole year with nothing bad happening, but it's something that will need attention and maybe, and it doesn't also mean that it will happen either. It's just maybe calling your attention to something to think about or something to resolve or something to that effect. So we'll go ahead and get started. Not really sure what I'm doing yet. I'm just going to kind of throw out some cards. I haven't really picked a format or anything like that. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I got a few decks in front of me, so we'll see what I feel like gravitating towards. So we will start with Aries. Okay, so more or less kind of spiritually, like what we need to focus and face and those types of things. And, maybe they might be good things too. Who knows? All right. So let's start with Aries. We'll go in order. So what does Aries really, really, really need to focus on this year? Aries. What does Aries need to focus on this year? Okay, here we go. Well, all right. Okay. Okay, Three of Coin. All right, interesting. Okay, so the Three of Coin is, there's a couple things that comes to mind because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck too. But initially, Three of Coin, it is a good card. It's also, it is a card of teamwork. It is a card of, literally, sometimes it typically means, including yourself, three people. So you and two others. It doesn't have to be, though. It can be just like a small group, a team, something like that. It could be investing with some friends or partners or something like that. It's just a small, tight-knit group and that are working together towards something. So it's about teamwork, basically, and being on board with that and working well together with others, okay, to build something. Usually it's kind of in its more infancy stages, and it's something that has a lot of potential. So it's a very good card. That's pretty much what I would say on that front. There's the only other aspect, so if that doesn't seem like something that would relate to you, is I do see at the bottom of the deck, this one stands alone though. Okay, so what I just said stands alone. However, for some others of you who that might not come into play, I do have the Page of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords, and then the Six of Swords. So, oh, yeah, and the seven. Okay, so three leaving cards. Okay, I can't, I don't have enough hands. There's another one after that. So for some of you, this could be some sort of tricky third-party situation, and, that's someone's involved with in a work capacity, something like that. It could be maybe you're married, but there's somebody at work that's caught your eye, or, something that's gone a little too far, something like that. It could be something in that area. It doesn't have to be at work, but most likely it would be. But there's something about this that looks like it's trouble, So with the Page of Wands, I feel like this could be a young person. This could be somebody's child, kind of finding out, or something like that, or this could just be general news, coming that is, the spilling the beans sort of deal. With the Lovers card here too, this could just be like some just sort of passionate thing, but it's, it's time to move on from that. It's not going to work. It's not going to, you're not going to pull it off. Okay, that's what it's saying for that. So, you know, for some of you Aries, I believe that that is what is going on. But mostly I feel it's the first meaning about really paying attention to teamwork, working with others, even if you're not used to it. If you're used to just doing everything on your own, try to maybe, you know, think about this if there's something to that, and that might be a time to kind of collaborate with others or be the team player. Or, you know, I hate those phrases, but, you know, it's kind of, that's kind of what it's saying. So let's see. You also have the Star card. All right, so definitely, you know, I think you're going to be making a very big choice this year, Aries. I do. I just feel like with that Lover's card, I've got 2 of coin here. And it's going to affect your stability for the better, whatever this big choice is this year. You do have the Star card. So I feel like you really have something good in the works here. If you're working with others or collaborating with others, it could really have some potential. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at the Taurus next. Let's see. God, I haven't done these for so long. I'm forgetting my order. I think, yeah, Taurus is next. All right, Taurus. Let's see what Taurus has. Taurus. What type of Taurus? Okay. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. So you have the 5 of Wands, not a super great card, but it can be. There's a couple meanings this could go towards. All right. So I will say you have the Star card at the bottom of the deck. So this could be a couple things. This could be telling you, for Tauruses out there, this could be saying, wow, you know, cut through the confusion, start cutting through the chaos. Don't let things get, don't let your mind get so cluttered with things that you can't see, you know, the true path or where you need to be, that sort of thing. Cut out the clutter, cut out the chaos, keep it simple, focused, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, definitely. For others of you, this could literally mean competition. Okay, if there's something that comes up this year that you are going to be competitive against or competitive with, or perhaps you're in, you know, the competitive field or sports or something like that, you do have the Star card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like whatever this is, if there is like some sort of competition that you might be entering into this year, or, you know, like perhaps a writing competition, something like that, very, very good card, you know, for something of that nature. Or even, like I said, competitive sports, you have a very good card, you know, for the outcome. Star card is a wish card. It's like wish fulfillment, that sort of thing. If it's, you know, nothing like that comes to mind, then it just, again, I think it's about cutting through the clutter, cutting through the confusion, cutting through the chaos, and I will leave it there so that I don't ramble and create more chaos, because it's very simple, cut and dry. I'm going to pull you guys one more from this card too for Taurus. Okay. All right. Yeah. Nice. You have the Ace of Earth. Okay. So the Ace of Coin, which says form. Okay. So even more so, this is about, you know, cutting through the chaos. You know, you have wish fulfillment potential here. It's just, you know, seeing the form. It's an ace. It's one. It's seeing the one thing and not losing focus of that. Okay. It's the beginning stages. It's something is blooming, blossoming, you know, that sort of thing. This may very well be some sort of love thing too. So for some of you Tauruses, you may, if you're competitive with someone, like if you've been trying to get somebody's attention and there's been a competition for them, something like that, you might be the one. All right. This might be the year where you're the clear winner, you know, like if you're dating someone and they're kind of dating somebody else and you really like them and you hope that they just choose you exclusively, you have a very good shot at that. Because, you know, underneath the deck, I have the Lovers, and down here I have the 2 of Cups on the other deck, which are 2 separate different decks. So it could be a love issue as well. But either way, cut through the confusion, cut through the chaos, just keep your eye on the prize. All right. Okay, let's see. So let's see. Aries, Taurus. Are we on Gemini yet? Yes, Gemini. All right. Geminis. Let's see what Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Gemini has. Geminis. 2019. I feel, yeah, I really want to rearrange that deck. I feel like that's like a sign. Like it's going to be a big year of rearranging things. That's what I kind of got from that. I don't know why. I just I'm not usually like psychic in that way, but it did kind of really come to me that for some of you Geminis, I think you're really going to be rearranging a lot in your life this year. But I don't feel negatively, not in a negative way, in a good way. Okay, the Three of Wands just popped out. I'm going to go with it. Okay, so the Three of Wands is it's a great card. This is the card of literally your ships are coming in. Okay, so this, if there's been something you have been waiting for a long time, something you've worked hard at for a long time, something just in general that you've just been waiting on, you know, for quite some time. It's coming, especially if it's a legal matter. This will be the year that everything gets resolved, gets done, you know, that sort of thing. It works positively for you in your favor, so that is good as well. It doesn't have to be legal, but it just, I feel like this is you being very, I have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so I feel like it's you being very in control, very strategic, very logical, all right, in all of your dealings, and that now they are going to start paying off this year, okay? So it might not be at the beginning of the year, might not be the middle of the year, might be the end of the year, I don't know. That's, you know, that's, although threes to me are typically, you know, this is typically my like 3-week or 3-month card. So it could be early, you know, early into the year when this does happen. Let's see. What else do I get from this? That's about it, really. Honestly, that's it. So for focus, I'm like what to focus on this year. It's about this too. So let's say in 3 months, like nothing happens, or you're like, what the hell is she talking about? I'm not working on anything that's going to pay off. This is a card of saying, well, do, because it will pay off. So threes are also sometimes beginnings of things. This isn't really a card of beginning. This is more of a card of receiving after your hard work. But it is in a sense, because you've worked this hard and now you're beginning the next phase. You know, it's starting to pay off sort of deal. So either way, it's like, it's a very positive card. It's also sometimes a card of overseas. You know, you could be maybe looking to other countries to move to visit. I mean, it could be a big holiday or something like that, but it would be something very significant. So like, in other words, if you typically go to Cabo, or if you typically go to Europe or something, that wouldn't be it. It would be something like if that was like very unusual for you and it's like, oh my God, I get to go to Europe. You know, it would be that type of thing. So I really like the card. It's a very positive card. Let's see. I feel like a Virgo and Aries might figure prominently too, for some reason. Okay. Oh. Awesome. Okay, from the other deck, you got the Three of Coin, all right, which is literally called Works. Okay, so the Three of Coin, let's see. Oh my God, and Aries got that card. And I was saying about Aries and Virgo, that's very odd. All right, so yeah, definitely. I mean, if any of that hits with you, if you're involved in Aries or something, you guys are onto something good. If you're partnering together, doing something like that. I really feel this seems like about working together with somebody, or an overseas, something to do with overseas, possibly. So the Three of Coin is about teamwork. It's about combining resources with others or something like that. Sometimes it's just about somebody admiring your work. If you're like an artisan or something like that, you might be commissioned to do something really, you know, awesome. And maybe that's your ship coming in, you know, that could be. If so, you know, definitely make sure all the legal things are in order, which I believe they would be. You have very good cards. It could be all kinds of things, but the most exciting thing about both of these cards is they're very positive cards, so that is good. Okay, this is something for you to focus on. Threes are bringing things into existence. Okay, it's not just the thought of thinking about doing something. You know, it's past that. You know, this is about, you know, really seeing it to fruition, getting started. You know, this is about your ships coming in, but this one is about getting started with some other projects and working closely with others. So there's a combination of both of these that will probably play out through the year. This is probably what's going to happen, and then your ships are coming in is going to pay off. So collaborate with somebody if it feels right. You know, obviously, you know, that sort of thing. It feels businessy to me. You know, that's what that feels like. You also have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So I really feel like this is a new adventure for you, something very positive. So keep focused on teamwork, New beginnings, seeing them through, you know, they will pay off, that type of thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. Cancers. Let's see what Cancers are doing. Cancers for, oh, you get out of there. No, 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 Three of Swords. Not gonna happen. Not for my Cancers. All right, let's see. Let's see what the sign of Cancer has for 2019, please. 2019. Okay. Ooh. Yes, the Magician. All right, this is a very fantastic card. All right, to pull. This is I'm not going to say, you know, this is more about manifesting. So, you know, if that's new to you, or if it's not new to you, but you've kind of let it slide a little bit and haven't, you know, like maybe you got into manifesting 5 years ago or something like that, and you know, you had a little bit of success with it, but then kind of forgot about it, kind of thing. Bring it back. This is the year for that. All right. The Magician is just saying that, oh my God, Cancer, you have all of the tools to do this. It's like everything is at your fingertips that you need, but you need to, you know, will it into being. That is what it's about. It's, you know, you have the ability. You are the magician. You are, you know, you can pull the rabbit out of thin air or whatever it is, or the, you know, rabbit out of the hat, whatever the hell it is. You have that ability this year. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, so this is the, you know, it's a victory card. You know, a crowning wreath. You know, this is the Sword of Truth. You know, all kinds of good things, you know, are possible with this. It's not saying, oh my God, you have nothing but great things this year. That's not what it's saying. It's saying it's all possible this year. So, you know, it's about keeping that frame of mind uplifted, visualizing straight on, you know, what it is that you really want out of things. This is a year for really, you know, deciding on what it is you really, really want. One of the tricks I used to use, I read it in a book like years ago, and it was really super useful to me. But it was, the idea of it was to make a list, like write down anything you can think of, you know, that you would want to do or be or something like that, no matter how ridiculous it is. You know, write a list, you know, and of course kind of keep it somewhat realistic. I mean, you know, it's like, oh, I wish I could fly, or, you know, I mean, you know, you can write that down, but, you know, keep it somewhat realistic. You know, write down about like 20 things, right, that you would like to be or like to have or whatever. Now look at that list, and let's say you got 20 things on there. Now, kind of start narrowing down. The idea is like you cross out the things that aren't like really, oh my God, or you think about like, for instance, you know, like if I had, you know, because when I was younger, I wanted to be a rock star, right? Okay, so it's like, I don't really want to be a rock star. I realized I wanted to be that because it's like my dad had this thing about being famous, and somehow that got thrown onto me. So it's like, it really wasn't my dream, you know? And so it's like that kind of stuff. Cross it out. You know, think about where these desires come from. Where is their root? Is it really you that wants these things? Start crossing out things until you know, get to the top 5. Now you have 5 things left on your list from 20 of things that you want to accomplish, things you want to do, things you want to be. Look at those, narrow it down to 1. And that's your focus. And that's where your Magician comes in. And, you know, it's a fantastic tool. Really, it's really, really interesting. Let's pull you guys one more card too. For Cancer. Okay, Sacred Cord, 2 of Water, 2 of Cups. Okay, so the card is called Sacred Cord. This is an insanely good connection. This is a love connection. This, you know, it does not have to be romantic love, but it most certainly, you know, usually leans to be. So if, you know, again, you know, if this is the year, you know, that like, if that's what you want to manifest, be very careful on that, obviously, you know, and I know Cancers are smart with that stuff, you know, don't try to manipulate somebody to be in your, you know, but you guys know all the rules, right? All right. Yeah, Sacred Cord. Wow. And yeah, your sign is right here. You can see the little 6 and the 9 kind of sign for Cancer. So that's awesome. Yeah, really good. So if this is, and you have the star, yeah, at the bottom. So this is the year. If that's what you want, you know, it doesn't have to be a soulmate. It can be, the 2 of Cups can be a match that is just made in heaven for like a career, or doing what you love, whatever. It's typically, I'm not gonna lie, it's typically a soulmate connection, but maybe the soulmate connection is like your job, or whatever, it can be. So very, very good cards if you work it. What's the AA thing? It works if you work it, or something like that. I always loved that slogan. I always thought that was cool. Okay, so let's see. Cancer, where am I? Is that where I was? Yep. So am I on Leo? June, July, August. Yes, Leo. Wow. I keep cutting to that right at the right one. All right, let's see what Leos are in for 2019. Focusing for Leos for 2019. Wow, I feel a very big shuffle on this one. Very big shuffle. Very big shuffle for Leos. Okay. Yeah, 3. All right, 3 more. Leos. 2019. Leo 2. And 3. Here we go. Leo. All right. No. Nope, I'm not there yet. Sorry. Yeah, I know. It just feels like it really needs to be shuffled. I think we're going to get a very specific message here or something. Let's see. Leo. Okay. One more. Yep. Okay, now we're good. You're hanging in there. Love it. Yeah. That was the right place. Okay. Okay, Leo. Okay, 4. I saw that one going around. That's funny. All right, so Leos, make up your mind. Okay, this is the year. If you want happiness, if you want the 10 of coins, if you want to hang on to that, or if you want to hang on to, some sort of sorrow and third-party situation, things like that, fine, but don't. Take a risk, take an adventure, and you get the 9 of Cups, okay? And things will balance out, absolutely. All right, those of you who are thinking about a divorce from something that is not serving you well, things like that, get a move on. If it's not serving, it's not serving. Especially with justice, I've got Ace of Swords here. So many legal cards. We got the 6 of coin here with the scales in the hand, the King of Swords, the Chariot saying move it, all kinds of victory cards here. Any legal issues too, that you could be doing very well with those cards. But to me, the 4 of Cups is a card of there's a couple things that so this will be something to think about over this year. Is it's sort of there's a few different meanings to this card. So you can see kind of which one, but they all have the same sort of stigma about them. So to me, it's like, this hand, giving you this golden cup, right out of the sky, but you're so focused over here that you don't even notice it. All right. So that could be, there could be like this gift in disguise that you're not even seeing. All right. So that's part of it. So definitely keep your eyes open this year, and be open to opportunity. Absolutely. In the strangest of places, once in a while we get shown the light in the strangest of places and then we get it right, Grateful Dead, sorry, but great line, and that's exactly, actually you should write that down and like keep it in your wallet or something. That's the perfect lyrics that could describe this card. It's once in a while we get shown the light in the strangest of places and then we get it right. Okay, that would be like a motto for this year. The other thing about this card, so it's like, it's not always about not noticing. It's sometimes too just about being so focused on something else that you're just overwhelmed. You're bored with the whole thing. It's like just too much, and then you don't do anything. So you just kind of like, oh well, I'll just I'll keep thinking about this, but I'll just stay right where I am and not do anything about it, kind of thing. So, I feel like you, Leo, you have the ability here to have like the 10 of coin, to have the Fool adventure, all these types of things, this risk-taking thing to get to this like happiness of the 10 of coin, the stability, things like that. But, it's about taking a risk. So if you feel like you have those things now and you're holding on tight to someone just because it's stable, You know, I feel like taking a risk could really suit you well and really unleash your true, you know, personality. And now I'm not suggesting that, you know, if the slightest little thing goes wrong, you leave your marriage and go take some crazy risk and, you know, anything like that. But I mean, you know, we all know if we're in the right situation. If you have doubts and you keep doubting, and it's more than just a couple, and it's a pattern. Probably time to wrap it up, you know, and you know, head out for something new, you know, with the Sun card here too, you know, your card, you know, adventure, things like that. If you hold on too tight, you know, I just feel like this, you know, it's boring, it's gray, it's a little mopey, it's a little depressing, you know, it's stable, you know, but that doesn't, I don't know. Let's see. You know, we've got this Fool card here, which is nice and bright. If I can get my damn cards to behave and hold them all in one hand, you know, I don't know. We have this where you can hold on and be nice and gray and neutral, or we have like, you know, the Sun, the Fool, the Ten of Coin, and the Wish card, you know, which is bright and fun and happy, and to me suits a Leo a little bit better. All right, so I'll leave that one there. Let's see, we'll pull you guys one more card too. How's my battery doing? Yeah, pretty good. Get my cord in a minute here. Okay. Yay. I love when I pull this card for Leo because there's a lion on it. Mother Fire okay. So this couldn't go any better with what I was just talking about. So she's the Queen of Wands. All right. But, you know, in this deck, you know, we have this lion, you know, we have this woman trying to emerge from this pod. You know, she's been closed in. It's been nice and cozy, you know, and, you know, very comfortable. And she's a little scared to leave the pod because there's this big scary lion right outside the door, you know, but the thing is, it's like this mystical colors, you know, it's all these like things. It's time to leave the pod. And the lion is sleeping, you know, she can like creep right past that lion. And well, especially you're a Leo, so you should have no problems with the lion, you know, and it's about emerging, you know, and not being stagnant and bored and, you know, those types of things. So all right, so I'm going to leave it there, Leo. Let me see if my cord is handy. I'm very discombobulated because I'm in the middle of getting everything out of this house, so everything's a little not put together. I think I see my cord. I'm sorry. Hang on, guys. Is that my cord or no? Yep, it is. Awesome. Let me plug this in real quick. I think it'll reach. Yep, it'll reach. Boom. Okay. Did I get plugged in? Yep, I did. Okay, all right. Okay, so we left off at Leo. Where are we? Let's see. August, September. Oh, Virgo. Okay. Virgos. All right. Let's see what Virgo has coming up for 2019. Wow. Did I say 18 before some of those? Probably did. All right. 2019 for Virgo. Virgo, please. 2019. Virgos. 2019. Yay. Oh, nice. Nice, Virgo. I saw the Ace of Swords a couple times. Okay, two more and we're good. Virgo. There it is. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pull two on this because this one jumped out. Okay, I knew, yeah, I had a feeling. That's why I said I'm going to pull two because, okay, this one kind of hopped around. So this one's going to be a few of you. So let me see what the second one is. Okay, so we got two different messages here, so bear with me. All right, so the Three of Swords was kind of like hopping and bouncing around. So there's probably somebody out there that I imagine this will need to be addressed to. So with the Three of Swords, you know, it's heartbreak. It's that sort of thing. It's about feeling betrayed. You know, feeling kind of stabbed in the back a little bit, you know, something like that. So or at the beginning of this, if you recall, if you watch the intro, you know, I kind of preface that there may be some negative cards that will come out. That does not mean that you are going to have a year full of heartbreak, all right, or a year full of, you know, whatever the negative card may be. That's not what this is about. This is about what we need to possibly clean up this year, or get past, or focus on. Well, obviously, we don't need to focus on having a broken heart. That, you know, wouldn't serve any purpose whatsoever. So obviously, this is about focusing on mending this broken heart, this betrayal, you know, you know, maybe the anguish that you feel over something that you were slighted, you know, something to that effect. All right. You know, and, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but the thing is, it's not. It is easy. And I know that sounds like trite and whatever, you know, because you're like, no, you don't understand. This is probably, you know, but the thing is, we all do. You know, every single human being on this planet has been here before. So it really is, you know, I'm throwing out a lot of slogans on this one tonight, but attitude is everything. It really is. And you know, one of my other favorite slogans is, you know, Nike, just do it. And the thing is, it's like, just do it. It's not serving you any good whatsoever to be in that mode. All right, there's nothing. There is no value from it whatsoever. There really isn't. If you break it down, you know, and it's like, well, then, yeah, how do we learn? Or how do we, you know, yeah, sure, you know, there's that stuff, but come on, you know, we're old enough. We've learned, you know, we get it. We get the message. So, you know, what is novel is to just say, I'm done, you know, and it really can be that simple. And I know that sounds, again, trite, you know, coming, you know, from, you know, this, but hell, I just lost my father. So it's not like I haven't been here before. And that's, I'm kind of adopting that, you know, kind of just do it. I got to just do it. You know, it's done. It's not going to serve me any purpose to, oh, you know, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yes, you know, I felt it. You know, it sucks. All those kinds of things. I've been through, like, you know, if this was a breakup card for you, I have been through that. You know, it's like, it sucks, all that, but you know, there's other things. So make this a year to move on, put that behind you, just do it. You know, just say, no, I'm not gonna get depressed about that anymore. I'm done, you know? And yes, that was the love of my life, but they're obviously, you know, not here. It's not gonna work. I gotta move on, you know? And sorry to, you know, sound so cut and dry about it, but sometimes we have to be that way with ourselves, you know? So I have like 4 planets in Virgo, so I can be cut and dry when I need to be. And this is kind of a good example of a year to put something behind you. Now, for others of you, this would have been the card that I would have pulled had this one not hopped up. So I believe there's 2 messages here for Virgos out there. So the King of Pentacles, fantastic card. Okay. This is you being on top of your game. All right. This is possibly some sort of big promotion this year. It could just be a big financial increase. Whatever it is, it has something to do with your stability, your groundedness, most likely in a monetary form of some sort. For others of you, this could actually be a person that you meet. You know, this could be a future husband, you know, perhaps. But I think it's you, because it is a pentacle and, you know, it is earth energy. So it could be either or. But I feel for some of you, there may be an inheritance in your future this year, or some sort of burst monetarily. So I think it's a great card. I think, you know, to stay focused, you know, because this is a card of what we're focusing on this year. Focus on this, being that King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles makes sound decisions. He doesn't make, you know, big, quick decisions and put a bunch of money on something, you know, or, you know, go shopping and spend all his money. You know, he's very astute, you know, and knows money inside and out, knows investments, that sort of thing, studies them, makes good choices, that sort of thing. And his money grows and grows and grows. So I do see money increase for you, you know, this year. It's a very good card. Possible inheritance also. And that could be why this came out too, you know, for some of you. And I hope that's not the case, but you know, that could be. But either way, it is a good card. It's a card of financial abundance. It's also a card of just being grounded, knowing what you're doing. And it's more than just being, it's not like saying, oh, you're just going to be grounded this year. It's more exciting than that. It's an increase in money, basically, bottom line. Okay. All right. So, okay. And we'll pull one of these for you guys. Let's see. Virgo. Okay, all right, so we have the Hanged Man. All right, so the Hanged Man is sort of looking at things from a different perspective. All right, really kind of, and that kind of go into what I was talking about here too. So there may be some different things that you may need to look at that are definitely going to take you out of, like, you know, like, I'm not saying the circumstances are going to take you out of your comfort zone, like by, you know, like, oh my God, something's going to catch you by surprise and take you out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to do that for yourself. You need to take yourself out of your comfort zone and look at things from a different perspective. That is what the Hanged Man, glare is kind of bad here, but that is what this Hanged Man card in this deck is about. So, you know, it's just really about all those things I was saying. Look at it differently. All right, there's some other meaning here, and there is a chance for, you know, something else very good here, very grounded. All right, but you got to look at things from a different perspective to see the good in it. Okay. All right. So let's see. Virgo, Libra. Yep, Libra. Libra's 2019. Our bill. Is that Libra backers? Yeah, our bill. Okay. Libra. 2019. Okay. Wow. All right. No more animosity. Don't know where that came from. Okay. Ooh, all right. Interesting. So we have the Four of Wands. So Libras, there could be a new purchase, real estate purchase in your future for this year. This could be saying, you know, focus on that, concentrate on it. It could happen. This could also, you know, this could be a wedding. This could be you getting married possibly this year. It could be a very large committed work type thing, possibly for a very large type place. It could, you know, involve real estate also. The Four of Wands is a very fortunate card. It's a very good card. I see it as something very positive and something worth celebrating. So it is a good card. Now, this is not saying this is happening to you, you know, this year for sure. This is saying, you know, this is what to focus on. All right. So, you know, focus on, you know, a home. If that's what your dream is, you know, it could very well come to fruition. The Four of Wands is a very solid card. All right. Now, you do have Five of Cups and Six of Cups. And you could definitely be dealing with like the sign of Cancer here, okay? Because I have the Chariot also, and we have a lot of cups. So there could be something involved in with property, perhaps, like in your original hometown. That could be too. Perhaps this is you maybe inheriting something that could possibly be, possibly moving. You know, maybe, you know, you're like me, you lived in California, it's getting too expensive, and you move back to where you're from in Nebraska or wherever, you know, you may be, you know, and you're able to buy a home or something like that. There is a little sadness, a little tinge of sadness around this, but there's love there. Okay. So, you know, this, there's a little something to it, but just remember, like, if there is any, you know, something involved around this, that there's still strong love there. Okay. Six of Cups, I think that's a good card. Chariot card, I like. It's a victory card. So, you know, it's very positive, but whatever this is, it's like weddings, real estate, home, very large, you know, job as something like that. Perhaps I don't really feel that as much with this card, but it could be, you know, something like that. It's positive. It's a positive thing for you to focus on. Okay, let's see what other kind of card you guys have. And oh my God, Libra. Yeah. Yeah, nice balance too for Libra, because, you know, I always love the, you know, the two post, you know, like, you know, I'm not big on the 11-11 thing, but, you know, whatever, because, you know, honestly, I think that's like some kind of psyop thing, but whatever. And no offense to anybody. I mean, I think it means, I mean, it can mean to you whatever you want. I mean, if you believe it, you know, it's something like beautiful or angelic, then that's cool, because whatever we believe, it will be. But I'm more of a skeptic. I tend to think it was some sort of psyop to see if we could all be mind controlled and see 11-11 everywhere. But, you know, that's just me. But it is, you know, I mean, it is, that's what the card is. And these are, you know, pretty old drawings. So it's 1111. That's kind of cool. Balance, good for Libra, you know. One more card for Libra. Bill. Okay. All right. Yeah. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. There's definitely, there's some sadness around this, guys. So I do, you know, not necessarily, not for all of you, you know, so again, you know, this is, you know, what it is, but with the Eight of Cups, you know, I do feel there is a sense of a little bit of sorrow around something here, you know, but again, I feel like this, like love that it's, I mean, I know what it probably is, you know, but it's maybe just for some of you, you know, but there's a lot of love in this situation. Okay. So, I mean, if this is a wedding or, you know, if this is whatever it may be, you know, or a home that you end up with this year or something like that, there maybe, like I said, so like a tinge of, you know, sad energy around it, but it's the kind of sad that it's like, if there is a good sad, that's what it is, because I just feel like there's just so much love around this situation. So, okay, you also have the Nine of Coin at the bottom of the deck, and then Dawn, all right, which is a new beginning and a new fresh start. Okay, so let's move on to Scorpio. I'm not even going to try Scorpio backwards. Let's see. Scorpio. Oip. Let's see. Rops. Oip Rops. Yeah, that's not too cool. Yeah, screw that. All right. Scorpio. 2019. Focus. Scorpio. Scorpionic. Scorpio. Fly like a bird up in the sky. What is it, Steve Miller? That just came to me. No, that's not Steve Miller. What the fuck is that? God, that's some old 70s song. Like, gonna fly high like a bird up in the sky. Something in pieces. Oh my God, what is that song? Oh well. Anyway, it's not like I love it or anything. It just came to my mind. So, okay. Scorpio. No. Scorpio. You know what? Let's go this way. I'm feeling it, yeah, Scorpio. Hang on. A little shuffling. Little shuffling. Trying my hand at AMSR. No, I'm just kidding. Scorpio. Oh my God. I'm having too much fun. Oh, there's a Scorpio card. How about that? All right. What kind? Oh, with the 10 of Coin. Nice. I like that draw. All right. We'll go there. Scorpio, 10 of Coin. All right. Two more. We're good. Scorpio, 2019. Nope, that's it. All right, we're good. Okay, the Hermit. All right, exciting. Like a Scorpio really needs to focus on being a hermit. Okay, but okay. Here's the thing about the Hermit, though. So the one overlooked thing sometimes about the Hermit is, yes, okay, as they stay withdrawn, they stay within themselves. It's wisdom, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, he holds the lantern for others. So it's like, I mean, it's not so much like, to me, you know, sometimes the Hermit is emerging, you know, because the Hermit has been a hermit, but now he carries this lantern and he's moving forward. So he's moving, like he's coming out from the cave in Tibet from like 10 years, and he's coming down the mountain, you know, with his light, and now he's going to lead the way for others, you know, maybe back up that hill and maybe have them go spend some time in the cave. But, you know, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to like be by yourself and all that sort of thing. If you're the type of person that has done that, and maybe this has been a year of reflection and deep and all these types of things, you know, maybe you've learned a lot, you know, gained a lot of wisdom, that sort of thing. Maybe it's time to, you know, kind of pass the torch or take that work further, you know, something like that. So, you know, it's not necessarily, you know, the most exciting card, Scorpio, but honestly, I think it's like one of the coolest cards, you know, in the tarot, because it's, I mean, he's like Gandalf, you know. I mean, it's just awesome, you know. So I know it's not like, you know, exciting, but again, this isn't about like the overall tone of the year. This is about what to focus on. So for some of you, it may be, you know, about retreating, you know, going inside, you know, really, you know, maybe Scorpios are usually typically pretty good at that, and they're pretty good at knowing when to do that. But maybe, you know, for some of the younger Scorpios out there, maybe this is like kind of, you know, you kind of haven't done that yet, or you haven't gone through those phases like us 50-year-old Scorpios have gone through 20 million times, you know. And so it could be a card of that, you know, focusing on meditation, focusing on inner self, inner wisdom, gaining like true perspective for things, for simplicity, less is more, that type of thing, you know, maybe, or studying some, you know, interesting type arcane, you know, material. That could be too. For others of you, like I said, if you've already done that and it feels like kind of a little bit more of a breakout year for you, maybe it's time to kind of light the lantern for others and maybe teach some things, you know, teach some of your skills or your craft or, you know, something like that, and kind of bring it forward, you know, onward. Now you have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, but you also have the Ace of Wands and 10 of Coin and the Wish card. So Seven of Swords, it's such a tricky card. You know, I'm going to be honest, and probably, you know, I don't know if many tarot, you know, every tarot reader has like their nemesis cards, you know, the ones that it's like they just kind of don't get, you know, they just don't connect with, and you know, it's, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by, you know, doing this, but I'm just being honest. It's to me, that's this card. It's like, it's a card that, it's like, I get it what it means on paper, but I never really connect with it. So it's like, you know, is it stealing energy? Is it, you know, is it sneaking away in the night? Is it somebody being a thief? Is it somebody's, you know, cheating on you? You know, I mean, it can be 50 million things, and I just never really connect with it. The only thing that, you know, I can say is, you know, he's doing quite a balancing act with those damn swords, you know. I mean, how could you carry 7 swords? They would like slice your hands. He's tiptoeing, you know, he's moving very quietly. So, you know, this may be some sort of thing where it's like, you may have an idea, and it may be a very grand idea. I mean, very, very grand idea. 9 of Coin, Magicians right after that. So, and this may be saying, retreat, go inside, don't speak to anyone about it. Do this on the stealth, do it on the sly. Don't tell a million people about your idea. Just keep it to yourself, work on it, you know, be the wise sage that you can be. And then when you are ready to emerge, you know, then you have it, you know, you're ready, you know, good things, you know, coming, that sort of thing. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, 8 of Wands, Strength. Wow. Death card, and then 10 of Cups. I mean, it's great cards. So that's kind of what I feel is with that 7 of Swords. All right, we'll pull one more card. Let's see. Other thing this could be is a Virgo. You know, I mean, it could be just saying, you know, use your Virgo type attributes, or this could be a Virgo in your life that you need to kind of tiptoe around a little bit, you know, but it could be worth it, you know, with the 10 of Coin and all those types of things. All right, that could be it too. So, and that would only be if there is a Virgo in your life. All right. Scorpio. Card for Scorpio. Oh, I pulled 2. Awesome. Okay, so I pulled 8 of Water and the Fool. All right, so I meant to pull 1 card. We have the 9 of Coins at the bottom of the deck again. All right, and that was down here too. So I feel like this is good. Like you have something brewing is what I think, Scorpio. I think what this is saying, what to focus on. Focus on, you know, either lighting the way for others, or going in within yourself and like retreating and gaining the wisdom you need to bring. Don't tell a bunch of people what you're doing, that sort of thing. All right, it's one or the other. And you will have the chance to do that with the Fool. I think you're off to a new adventure. I think you have some sadness, you know, still around you, you know, and I think that's, you know, it's kind of hard to let go of, but it feels like you're going to let go of whatever has kept you kind of in like a little bit of a depressed state. You know, it feels like you have a fresh new leash with the Fool card. I think you're going to take a risk. I think you're going to do something interesting this year. That's what I feel like. And I feel like that's why this is the focus. that you have to like really kind of do this with wisdom. It can be with folly, with the fool. I mean, you can take a risk, you can take a chance, you can do all those types of things. That's fine, but it's still got to be rooted in some sort of wisdom. All right, that's what I feel for Scorpio. So, all right, let's see, Sagittarius. 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 2019, please, for Sagittarius. Actually, okay, I wanted to pull one more card for Scorpio. I'm sorry, it was just lingering with me. So, and I think it has something to do with that Seven of Swords. I pulled the card of greed, okay? So greed is, your cup is overflowing, and I don't know if you can see the picture on here. It's like a tea kettle being poured into a cup that it just keeps overflowing and overflowing. So it's kind of like knowing when, I think that's what that Seven of Swords is about. Knowing when enough is enough, not going for too much. All right. It's like there's nothing wrong with like wanting a lot, asking a lot, that sort of thing. But I feel like with this one, it's like you're going to be thrown a bone of some sort is what I feel like with the Ace of Wands, that type of stuff. You had like wish cardy kind of things going on down there. It feels like you're going to be thrown a bone. Be careful, like not like to, understand that you have that and not keep, wanting more and more and more. So with the Seven of Swords, I think it's about, again, it's just really exercising your wisdom. I think that's why the Hermit is there. Like that root wisdom. I'm talking about spiritual wisdom here. And that would fall in with greed, knowing when, less is more. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. I just felt like, I don't know why, I just felt like pulling that card for Scorpio. So, okay. Sagittarius 2019. Sagittarius 2019. There it is. All right. Oh, no. Sorry. I felt it, though. That's where I felt it, so. Okay. Okay. Sagittarius, 10 of coin. Okay, with the devil at the bottom of the deck. So 10 of coin, good card. All right. So 10 of coin could mean this is what to focus on, all right, for this coming year. So this could be your marriage, all right? This could be getting married, all right? Possibly, making that solid commitment, that sort of thing. That's what the 10 of coin is. It's very grounded energy. It's about securing things. It's like things are going to be secured. But you have to, this is about what to focus on. So it's probably not there yet, or maybe it is just now, but you need to maintain it, okay? So the 10 of coin is a very great card. And this is saying there's some great possibility here to have a very grounded year, very fruitful year, monetarily. It's also a card of family and bringing it all together. There could be new additions to your family, possibly. There's also 2 doggies in the picture, so that's kind of cool. This could maybe even be like a really, really special trip, like traveling to Italy or Rome or something like that. And that's not what this card means, but I just for some reason saw that with the way the picture and that sort of thing. So it could be like a really special thing to you that like, wow, you finally get to do this, that sort of thing. But most of all, I feel like it's family and your marriage and your stability and things like that. It's about, maintaining it. If you have that, like if you've been lucky enough to kind of, gain that a little bit in this past like couple months and you see it coming together, it's about maintaining it. If you haven't gotten there yet, then it's about focusing on that and making that your sort of, focus, like a successful marriage, a successful family life, a successful career. That is what it's about. And this is a very good card, for that promise. Okay. Now you do have the devil card underneath. You got some pretty rough cards underneath. So that's why I think this is imperative to focus on. All right. So there may be some interesting things this year, but this is what's going to probably keep your mind occupied and keep the goal, maybe your family is going to be huge help for you this year or something like that. But, you know, with the Devil card, the Out in the Cold card, and the Eight of Swords, this could be a little tricky, all right? This could even be somebody, a loved one going to jail, all right? This could be, you know, just some really toxic, you know, habits, you know, coming to light, you know, some, you know, maybe kicking some drug use, you know, this could be a lot of different things. You know, there's 50 million things it could be. It could be kicking out a bad, you know, third party lover, you know, something like that. Whatever it is, this is what to focus on. You don't focus on this, you know, this is, you know, keep your eye on the prize kind of thing, because you have this great stability that is possible this year. It's a very good card. You do have the card of victory too, all right? And there's a card of proposals here too. So for some of you who aren't married yet, this may be happening this year. So, but there's some toxicity that needs to be wrapped up first. So anyway, overall, very good card, Sagittarius. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune also coming into play. All right. So the Wheel of Fortune is a good luck card. All right. So this could be a very lucky year for you. I mean, this is a great card. All right. But this, you know, this can't be where your energy is at. This is, you know, whatever this is, you know, that you have to be victorious and know the grand truth about that situation. All right. You have to be victorious over this situation, whatever this is. The Wheel of Fortune, that's a good luck card. It also, this could be, again, like this could be moving to another country or something like that and finding, you know, happiness in a, you know, a marriage, a home, something like that. Yeah, all kinds of things this could be, but it's a good luck card. It's a fantastic card to draw. You know, I really like it. Yeah, lots of Jupiter action there. Good stuff. So I like it. So concentrate on stability and like family, or, you know, whatever means grounding to you. Focus on that, or success in being grounded. Focus on that. Okay. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that could be very good. Very good. Okay, let's see. So Sagittarius, are we on Capricorn? Yep, Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, whoops. Capricorn this year. Capricorn need to focus on. Capricorn. Here we go. Getting there. Capricorn. Okay, one more after this. We're going to go Capricorn. Yep, there we go. Good. Good side. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. The World. You guys got the World. Awesome. Is a Capricorn thinking about me? My nose is itching. Okay. The World. Awesome. All right. Beautiful card. So this is the deal, Capricorn. This is about focusing on it all. This is what you want. All right. This is about being in control, putting an end to burdens. All right. Starting a new cycle. This is the time to do it this year. No doubt about it. All right. The World it could be many things. This could be, you know, world travel. This could be feeling like you have the world in your hands, being very in control over things, you know, in a good way, strategic, things like that. This could hugely be the start of a new cycle for you, Capricorn. It's a fantastic card. It's a card of completion, and then you know, like I said, going into new cycles. But it's not just like, you know, a little bit of complete. It's like major. You know, it's major completion, like a really truly a new phase of your life. All right. So this is what to focus on. I'm not predicting this is going to happen to you this year. This is what to focus on. All right. So chances are this probably is, you know, something like that is going to come into existence during this year. So it'll be a major change. You know, this will probably be a fairly significant year for you, I would imagine, for most of you, you know, not everyone, but for most of you, this will be very significant. This could have something to do with marriage. It could have something to do with you just really stepping into some sort of, you know, fantastic new leadership role. You know, that could be getting like that promotion that you've been waiting 10 years for, you know, that sort of thing. This is like life-changing type stuff, all right? So it's a very good card. I don't really know what else I can add. I mean, it's going to mean whatever it means to you. It's a card of, like I said, completion and of cycles. It's a positive card. So, it's like moving on then, into, you've completed some major phase of your life and now you're kind of starting anew into something else. So that is what to focus on. All right. The possibilities. It's like of having the world in your hand, like, wow, okay, because you're gonna have some sort of major completion. Now you have some kind of new not necessarily clean slate in front of you, but you have like, some sort of things to work with, things to look at and possibly contemplate that you haven't before, because, you're probably going to have some sort of different attitudes about things this year. And I see you being very in control with the Emperor. That's, very, very much so. So my guess is, to me, it seems, to me, the world card has a tinge of worldliness, as in world travel. And then it also has, especially with the Emperor here, the tinge of, some sort of like major promotion or something very good like that, that will just kind of be a whole different lifestyle for you. So it's very, very good for some of you. And it could also have something to do with marriage with the Emperor card. Let's pull one more and let's see what's going on with that. Okay, Seven of Swords. I don't feel that one too much. It really kind of just fell out. I didn't feel it. Okay, let's see. Capricorn. One more card for Capricorn, please. Okay. Damn, I keep pulling this card. That is crazy. All right, it just keeps coming up. So Eight of Cups. So again, this is a card of sort of sadness a little bit of stagnancy, also things like that. So I guess I would say, if there's a point in this year, because again, we need, this is the focus. You need to focus on the world, on like whatever means the world to you, or what would mean, like, if like you want this promotion, or you want to be married to, this person, or, whatever it is that the world means to you. That's the focus. There may be some sort of period where this may require you to walk away from something very important to you. All right. And that could cause you to be a little bit, a little bit in the depression mode, but it's not forever. It's not a major arcana card. So it's just a possibility, it could be that things feel stagnant for a while, and like, it's like, man, when is my world coming, when is this big life cycle change coming? It could seem like it's like taking a while. This tells me too, this could be later into the year, and possibly the 8th month. That could be too. But either way, it's like, it's a light card. So, I mean, it's not a light card, but I mean, it's compared to these two cards, it's a light card. So, it's like, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of stagnancy with this. There's going to be a little bit of maybe having to walk away from something that is emotionally important to you, that could cause you some sadness. But overall, it's for the better. All right, that it's going to feel like it's for the better. It's going to have to happen. It's a new phase for you. Okay. Okay, so let's see, Capricorn. Are we on Aquarius? Let's see, Sagittarius, Yep, Aquarius. Uh-oh. Card's going crazy. Card's gone crazy. All right. Let's see, Aquarius. 2019. Aquarius. 2019 Aquarius. Soldier Boy. Wow, I'm getting the weirdest songs coming to me. Soldier Boy. Really? It's like from the 1950s? Oh, my little soldier boy. Wow, I don't even know where the hell that came from. All right. King of Cups. Okay, interesting. All right. So King of Cups is the card that I pulled. So the King of Cups, few different things. King of Cups is very very forthright with love, so it's about, an abundance of love. That could be, it's, you have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this could be about, for Aquarians out there, being very open emotionally, being very, forthright, is that the word I'm looking for? You know, with your love, you know, not being stealth about it, not being, you know, slick and you know, all that. It's like, oh my God, I love you. You know, it's like that's what this card is. It's, you know, it's more about being very loving, you know, being very, very loving. You have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, there's possibility, this could be a person also for you. So could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for you. That could be as well. And if that's the case, this is like what to focus on. So, you know, this is usually like an older gentleman. Typically the King of Cups personality to me is somebody who is very magnetic and like, people want to hang out with them, you know, and because I do tend to look at cards as genders, and I know a lot of other, you know, like they'll say, well, it could be female or male, you know, I don't know and I do believe that when they say, because that's what they are feeling. But for me, I kind of tend to stick with the genders that the cards are. That's typically, unless I really feel like it could go either way. And I do feel like this is a male presence. So, you know, but, you know, if you're a female watching this, I don't know, maybe, you know, it could be that too. But I tend to think this is a dude. So King of Cups, you know, like I said, very magnetic, fun. You know, they're the ones who tell stories kind of loudly in the room, and it's like hinges on a little obnoxious, but like you're drawn to them anyway, and you want to hear the story, you know, kind of deal. And typically they're just kind of fun. You know, they're like the fun person to hang out with at a gathering or in the office, you know, something like that. So the King of Cups brings lots of love. All right, lots of love, big love. 20 wise, we're talking big love. All right, you've got the 10 of Cups underneath the deck. So this could be somebody that makes you very, very happy. So, you know, this could be about, you know, focusing on this, you know, on this person, or this could be about focusing on this type of love in your life in order to get the 10 of Cups. It could be saying, be more like the King of Cups, you know, whatever this may mean to you. It's hard to pull this type of card in this type of read because it's a person, you know, it's a person card. So that's a little more difficult. I don't know if this is an actual person you are dealing with, or if this is the qualities you need to focus on and incorporate it within yourself. So you will know that, you know, at some point, you know, hopefully during this year. I'll pull one more card in from this deck, and we'll kind of, it'll probably kind of tell us. But this could be somebody that will show up. And, you know, definitely pay attention to them, because you could have a lot of happiness with this person. Or, like I said, it could be saying to be more like that person, you know, in order to get this. Okay. So one more card for Aquarius, please. One more card for Aquarius. Okay. And wow. Another person card. Interesting. So now we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, he takes no prisoners. All right. he's in full mode, full charge, full speed ahead. He's a king, so he's just in control of everything. And out of all the kings, he is the one that is most like kings kind of typically in the tarot, you know, they kind of sit back on their ass because they've already done all the work and they just kind of delegate everybody. But the King of Wands is the one that would probably get up and say, oh my God, you're not doing that right. Let me do it, you know, and take control and get it done right. Okay. So, you know, these are either two men, you know, that are in your life. That's possible. I don't know. One of them you're going to have happiness with. One of them you need to focus on. All right. And this is the first card that we drew. Or this could be totally qualities you need to incorporate, you know, right away. More masculinity, you know, for some of you. You know, if you're a guy watching this could just mean, you know, you don't have to be more masculine. I was talking about the females for that. If you're a guy watching this just means, you know, maybe be a lot more open with, like, you know, your emotions. Not like, you know, too much, you know, women aren't into that too much, but, you know, like a little bit more, you know, a little bit more. And definitely being very active and taking charge and going after what you want to get this. Okay. If you're a female, this could mean taking on some more masculine type energy, going after what you want, you know, and, you know, being a king, you know, don't be like, you know, a page, you know, I mean, if you feel it, you know, start acting like a king. You know, we all know men make, you know, if you're a business woman or something like that, we all know, you know, the dudes make more money than us. So, you know, don't stand for that and stand up for yourself, you know, that kind of thing. That could be what it's saying too. So it's kind of a weird message. and probably specific to somebody because, I mean, 2 people coming out, that's kind of weird. So yeah, then that was a hard one. That's kind of, well, I wouldn't expect anything less for Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, Aquarius is a little difficult to read sometimes, I think, because they are involved with so many people. Because most Aquariuses I know have a lot of, like pretty big network of family and, well, mostly friends, not as much family, but more friends, you know, so, and coworkers and acquaintances, and they, you know, they have their hands on a lot of things in a good way, you know, because they're so good at that, you know, very sociable people from most of the Aquarians I know. They can be kind of weird introverts too, but they still have like a big network of people, oddly. Okay, so let's see, Capricorn, Aquarius. So we're Pisces. Okay, Pisces. 2019 for Pisces. Like a very sweet energy for some reason for Pisces. That's interesting. I usually don't feel that. All right. Let's see. All right. So you got the 7 of coin. You have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, nice. All right. So this is about what to focus on, you know, for the year. It's not a predicting of the year. This is about what to focus on in the year. So the thing about the 7 of coin to me is it's a card of a lot of work, you know, sorry, but it's going to pay off. It's also a card of like really working. You know, to me, this person, like in this card, and I'm not meaning any offense here to anyone, because, you know, again, this, you know, it might not apply to you or whatever, take it how you will. But to me, a lot of times this card is somebody who they think they work hard, you know, and it's not like they don't, but it's like maybe by their standards, but by other people's standards, it's like, you don't really work that hard. But by theirs, they kind of think they do. That's kind of what I think this card means. So it's somebody who it's the one who's like sort of, you know, like, oh my God, it was so crazy today. I worked so hard. And, you know, where like you maybe worked with that right alongside that person and you're like, I don't know. It was just like any other day. We always work that hard. You know, it's like that kind of card to me. It's like oh my God, I worked so hard. You know, it's kind of that energy. So, you know, it's a little bit of that. And it's like, come on, dude. It's like, you're almost there. It's like, there's one last coin to pick up, you know, to put the crowning piece on top of this pile that you've worked on all day. But it's like, oh my God, do I have to actually bend down and get that last coin? You know, it's like, oh my God, yes, you do, you know, so it's sort of like working really hard at something and then like, kind of like then letting it go because there's like one more thing to do that you're just too tired to do it. It's, you know, I don't want to do that. So it's like the missing piece that needs to be placed on top. You're not done yet, you know? So, and I don't mean to sound, I know I do. So I guess I did mean to sound that way. And you know, I apologize if I do. And I'm not saying that, oh my God, you guys are lazy or anything like that. It's not, I've been this person several times in my life. So, you know, it's not that. I don't mean it as like a dig or anything, but to me, that's what the card is. You know, so the thing is, this is a card about what to focus on this year. So obviously it's not to focus on, you know, not putting that last coin into play, you know, it's about saying, okay, yeah, you have been working hard, but there's still, you know, something left that needs to be the crowning top, you know, left here. And yes, we know you're tired, you know, you're leaning, you know, you've been working a lot and, you know, but you are very close. We're very, very close. Also, the 7 of coin is pretty good. You know, it's not bad money. You know, seven, not too bad. Underneath the deck, you know, is the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. So I really feel like once that missing piece is kind of placed there, that I'm going to be honest with you with this. I feel like it's not so much that it's going to pay off. I think that it's going to weirdly give you another idea of something that will. So I think that's why this needs to be done. And I think that's why you're waiting, because you're not into it. Whatever this is, like, you're not into doing this, obviously. Look at this dude. He's not into it. But he's worked so hard on it that it's like, oh, shit, you know, should I just let it go or should I finish it? You know, sort of thing. Well, finish it. That's what I feel, because I don't think whatever it is really this isn't probably going to pay off. But I think once you finish it, I think that's what's going to pay off. Because I think somewhere along the line from like doing this, it's almost like the universe is going to reward you, but not in the way you think. I think you're going to get something brand new out of this, and it's going to excite you. It's going to be interesting. It's going to like set you off onto like a different type of energy, one where you are going to not be this tired ass, kind of, peasant-y worker, but you're going to be more like a king, this is more suited for you. But I don't think this can happen until that little missing piece is placed on top. All right. So it's like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you're sick of doing it. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like once that's done, something really is going to open up for you here that's going to be very good and useful. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Because you have the Tower card after that, and then the Ace of Cups, and then the King of Pentacles also. Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be a change, once that is done. So keep doing this, even though you're exhausted, even though you're bored with it, even though whatever it is, keep doing it, because I feel like from that, something is going to come good from this. One more card for you guys, Pisces. Oh, thank God, it's not the Eight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, wow. I drew the exact same card. This is this card in this deck. It is the Seven of Earth. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Coin. All right. So these are this message is very strong. So in this one, it's called the garden. So you're, in that sense, you're planting the seeds. It's growing. It's going to, this is going to pay off. It's going to be fruitful. All right. There's something about this that you've just got to keep seeing through to the end. All right. So even though you're tired and all that kind of stuff, keep going. This couldn't be more clear. All right. Two cards saying the exact same thing. So you are planting the seeds, and, it's going to pay off. It just may not feel like it at times, but just keep plugging away at it. Okay. All right. That wraps this up. So, okay, I'm back. All right. I do not have the January readings done. And, I think I get a little leeway, with everything given the situation. We just kind of finished up, I had like a little mini estate sale. My dad didn't have any stuff really, but I did here. So I kind of sold off my stuff so that I didn't have to U-haul it away and all that kind of thing. So that's been keeping me occupied. It's been obviously very busy, going back and forth to just appointments and, things that you have to do, when that type of thing happens in one's life. So I do apologize for that, but I will get the January readings out, and they will be here probably just in a few days late, something like that. So probably within the week. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And I'm really excited actually to come back and it, I'm taking it a little slow. That's all. And, bear with me. All right. I'll see you guys soon, and Happy New Year. All right. Bye.